Weather sealant is so critical in any RF application, any RF installation. You can use the best cable, the best connectors, use good tools, all good workmanship practices. But if you don't seal the interconnect from the weather, you're gonna pay a price over the long haul. So weather sealant is critical. We supply what we call a WK-U weather seal kit. This is a traditional kit that's been in the market for many years. We'll open this up here. What it contains is 6 rolls of butyl rubber and PVC tape, 3/4 inch width PVC tape and 2-inch width PVC tape. You take this butyl rubber. I'm not going to demonstrate this, but you'd wrap it around your what you're looking to seal, your mated interconnect, and you'd knead this to get any of the air pockets out of it. Then you'd cover it with 3 layers of PVC tape. There's a lot of technique involved. There's the kneading of the butyl rubber. There's the tension of the PVC tape. You want to do maybe a 50% overlap with the tape, so that's critical. Every layer you want to make it a little wider than the layer underneath it. You also have to be concerned about shingling effect. If you're on a tower, you want to make sure, just like shingles on a house, that the wraps of tape do not collect the water, that they're shingled in such a way that you shed the water. So there's a lot there. There's a lot of technique involved. I mean, the butyl rubber still has its place in terms of ground kits. Ground kits tend to have sharp edges on them, and a good way to protect those sharp edges, cover those sharp edges, is butyl rubber tape. So there is a place for it. But here, this cold shrink boot, which has got an expanded polyethylene string in it, is a real simple way to weather seal a mated interface out in the field. If it's simply just a mated interface, you would slide this over one of the cables first, mate the 2 cables together, and then you just take this string and you pull it, and that would collapse. And you can see how that can stretch or relieve itself back to its original shape and seal. This is silicone, 100% silicone, and seal a mated interface. This has to be sized properly for the given cable, and it's a more expensive method of sealing. It's easy, it's consistent. You may want to consider silicone tape. Very cost-effective method. It's 100% silicone tape. We're gonna take just a small piece of it here. This is what we call our WK-S-1, and we also have a WK-S-2, a 2-roll kit and a 1-roll kit. It comes with a piece of cellophane tape attached to it. You just peel that cellophane tape away, like so. The beauty of this product is there's no adhesive on the tape. It's pure silicone. So we'll demonstrate here on a piece of LMR 1200. Now the first wrap, it's just gonna bond to itself. So the first wrap is gonna be not a lot of tension, not a lot of, you don't want to pull out in the first wrap. But once you've made that complete wrap, now this tape has 300% elongation. So if you can see the way that tape is stretched right now, the more you stretch that tape at this point, the more downward pressure you're gonna have. And you're gonna create a nice weather seal. It's great for forming around dissimilar shapes. It's UV resistant. You pull it tight right to the very end. The thing is, you don't want to put this over a sharp edge. If it's over a sharp edge, it's gonna, you risk cutting the tape. But if you don't have a sharp edge, this is a great product. Now, because there is no adhesive there, if we ever want to get that tape off for any reason, that's all you have to do. You see it went flying through the air. It did that because we applied it under tension. Lastly, and one of our most recent products here is our IPB boots. And this, a little more money, but very consistent results, requires very little skill, very little training, very easy to inspect and make sure it's been done properly. Here's a mated interface of 2 connectors with WSB boots behind them. We have a female IPB boot and a male IPB boot. We'll take, there's enough lubricant still on there. We'll push that boot forward like so. Bring this male boot together. This is soft silicone, so you don't even have to thread that entire section. Just push that together and while you're turning it, and that's all there is to it. It's not depending even on that mate between those two pieces. It's the threads, those interlocking threads, which are creating the weather seal. If you ever want to get this off, you can just unscrew it and take it right off and slide it right back. So there's 4 different types of weather seals that we've described here. This is, something that's very consistent, very easy to use, reusable. Silicone tape, great product to have, very cost effective. But the butyl rubber does have its place, and the cold shrink has its place as well. Thank you.